Hi everyone, my name's Jill and I am a transformational leadership coach working with introverted female leaders and those aspiring to be leaders to lead with more confidence, passion and authenticity rather than feeling that need to hide behind or wear a mask, like an extroverted mask. Now, I thought that I would just do a video today on imposter syndrome because I find that a lot of introverted female leaders actually suffer with the effects of imposter syndrome, even though they probably don't realise that they are. Now, what imposter syndrome is like a feeling of being found out or uncovered as a fraud in their role at work. And ultimately, what it is a fear of just not being good enough. Now, it stems from a core belief that we acquire kind of in our childhood. And that is that our worth as a human depends on our actions and how well we perform at those actions. And what we've learnt is that other people's opinions says something about our worth as a person. And what happens is that we tend to make certain activities representative of our worth and believe that we should excel or even be perfect at these activities. And it tends to often affect high achievers and can lead to anxiety, depression, and other sort of stress related illnesses. And if it's left unchecked, it can also lead to burnout, which is a place I have certainly been back at the end of 2021. Now, I have also, as I said, noticed these traits in myself. And in my previous roles and also in setting up my own business. And I noticed that I've sort of held myself back from going for leadership roles in the past. I've overworked myself as a part-time worker in order to prove my worth to my colleagues, because I was worried that they might think that because I wasn't there for some of the week, I perhaps wasn't working as hard as other people. And I also crave that sort of need for approval from others, rather than believing in my own abilities. Now, some of these traits that you might notice in yourself, or some of the signs of imposter syndrome, are things like perfectionism. So that is feeling the need to kind of excel in all areas, really. So you might not put work out there until it's 100% perfect. And you might feel really down on yourself if you notice a mistake or something in your work. You might have persistent self-doubt as well. So this is having those real doubts in your own abilities, even in the face of your successes or positive feedback. You might discount your successes as well. So you might attribute those to luck or other factors rather than actually it being to do with your own abilities. You could be very self-critical as well. Often you are your own worst critic, and you might set yourself impossibly high standards that are really difficult to achieve. You might have a real difficulty accepting praise as well, from other people because you feel quite undeserving of that praise. You might procrastinate quite a lot. So this is avoiding taking action. And you avoid it due to that fear of failure or fear of being found out as a fraud. You might compare yourself to others quite a lot. So that could be believing that everyone else is more competent and accomplished than you are. Or it could be that you have perhaps flown up the ranks, if you like, or up to high leadership levels, and other people that you perhaps started with haven't got to that level. So you might be looking at them thinking, well, why haven't they got to where I'm at? What makes it me worthy of being at this level? Perhaps I shouldn't be here either. And you might also find yourself overworking yourself in order to prove your worth as well. So there's some of the signs. There are obviously others as well that you might be experiencing imposter syndrome. But the good news is that by recognizing these signs and these traits in yourself, and getting the help from someone like a coach, you can actually find the activities that you have tied your self-worth to. And once you have figured out what that activity or those activities are, it will enable you to remove the stress and anxiety by learning techniques to change that belief, and actually start building in much healthier belief systems, so that you aren't placing your worth on these certain activities. So hopefully you found that helpful. If you have and you enjoyed my video, then please do like and subscribe to my channel, because I will be putting more videos on there going forwards. So thank you very much for your time.